So I saw this video a while back. It was uh, Daniel Dennett and the theologian John Hout were debating. And I read one of John Hout's books called God After Darwin, which he lays out a view of theistic evolution, which is very much associated with Whitehead's view. Um, anyway, um, Dennett had challenged Hout, asking him if he would denounce as immoral those preachers who stand in the pulpit and denounce evolution. Um, and and Hout kind of dodged the question. He reaffirmed the fact that he believes in evolution and that he had as much problem with fundamentalism as atheists did, if not more so. And I think that's true of many of us progressive Christians. But I thought I thought it would be. I've thought about if Dennett had said that to me, I would have actually brought up a very interesting question it brings up, which is, can beliefs be immoral? Uh, you know, I mean, generally morality is thought about in terms of how you act. Um, is it immoral to, and so we think, it's immoral to steal. Um, but it's interesting in the Bible, they also, one of the Ten Commandments, aside from thou shalt not steal, is thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. Yeah. So, so that means that, the actual thing that happens in the mind is still considered immoral. And I think that's interesting. So, I mean, I guess I'd take it, to the level of racism. Um, is it uh, is it immoral? Uh, is it just immoral to express racism or to treat people of different races unequally, or is it in fact immoral to believe racist things, to believe racial stereotypes, and have racist views? Um, and it's a question, and I think that brings up, how much control do we have over our beliefs? I mean, do we really choose to believe the things we do, or are we kind of compelled by what we see to believe what we believe? And so, that's an interesting question. I mean, I think, a lot of the sort of new atheist movement is that it is largely centered around the premise that religion is immoral. I mean, but actually, I still wonder what they mean by that. Do they mean that teaching religion to others is immoral, or that believing religious ideas is immoral? Is belief in God immoral? I certainly don't. I count myself as a theist, so obviously, I think the answer to that is no. But let's say, is it immoral to believe that gays are sinners? Yeah, I mean, I don't believe they are. So but but I mean, and that's an interesting one that comes up because I've noticed, among evangelicals, there are many. I've seen many sincere, evangelical Christians who, believe that homosexuality is not natural, that gays shouldn't marry and things, but they also, don't they don't act hateful about it. They're not really angry at homosexuals the way that some people like Fred Phelps are. And so, and I know there was that big controversy when Obama picked Rick Warren to do his to speak at his inaugural event. And I think the reason I bring that up is because Rick Warren does kind of seem to fall into that category, and I've seen interviews with him, um, and yeah, he may have views on homosexuality that I disagree with, but he also strikes me as like a very compassionate guy who, whatever his beliefs, which I think were kind of right in him, he's not hateful about about homosexuality. He just has his beliefs. So is it immoral that he believes that gays shouldn't marry, or that or that homosexuality is unnatural? Um, yeah, I don't know. It's a really interesting question. So what do you think? Let me know. Peace.